Shalom. Kohalo Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kahakradash. Shalom and salutations and double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone, where I continue to learn this 100% truth. Shalom to the elder bishops and the elders, the prophets and the teachers and evangelists of great millstone, who are also continue to learn this 100% truth. Yahweh Shem Yahushai Barakatham. Shalom to the speckled bird, the confused face, the Akim and Aqua, the Akim on the highways and byways, and last but not least, the elect. And back again with another video. Pray that you be edified with it. And this is in transit. I'm about to go run an errand real quick. And I was like, well, shoot, let me get ahead and go ahead and try to get a lesson in real quick. But it's I don't know if you heard about that volcano eruption out in Russia. That's crazy. Then it's I haven't heard anything else since the Cambodia was it Cambodia and boy, what's the name? Thailand? Is it Thailand? Situation that took place, and now there's been I've been reading that Putin has threatened your man Nero, also Japan and Babylon and who else was it? They're preparing for some war. But yo, man, we're getting closer and closer, man. Chaos is erupting throughout the country. A lot of fights happening. That's that 2nd Esdras 15, chapter 15. You can start at verse 14, or maybe even higher than that. But there's a lot happening, and it's all in the scriptures, man. It's all prophecies, and I've been heavy on listening and learning and watching on what's going on, but also learning prophecy even more, because prophecy is the separation from these so-called false prophets and the real prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Especially you wacky-tacky Christians who claim to be prophets, and you're not. The Lord is not dealing with you like that. If he was, you would at least know his name, or in his son's name, which is Yahweh Yahushai. So just a lot of things are taking place and going on. I'm trying to recollect for everything that's happening. It's so much going on, man. You really can't keep tabs on it, and a lot of the stuff come up on my phone. I'm subscribed to this news feed that I have on my phone, and it's always like popping up information. Oh, there was a subpoena. I forgot who. I think I forgot, man. I don't know, but subpoenaed the list for Epstein's guest list. It was subpoenaed, but Esau, man. Esau against Esau. They all part of the same feathers, the same bird. So it's a whole bunch of games being played, but they ain't gonna stop nothing. You know what I mean? But again, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of wanted to, talk a little bit about false prophets, because they're out there, and we also got the 2/3 is heavy, man. The 2/3 is coming on these platforms, talking as if they know what is going on, and they don't know nothing. And they soon gonna find out, though. How about Yahushua when judgment start to pass and hundreds and thousands of people start dropping, they're gonna be wondering like, damn, who can do this? And they're gonna come to understand that it's Yahweh Yahushua. And when they do, then they're gonna be looking for the elder apostles on down the great millstone, the prophets, the true prophets, Ain't not gonna be nowhere to be found because Yahweh Bashim Yahushua gonna take them off the highways and byways. That time is coming real soon. It's gonna be a famine of the word. You know what I mean? Because it's about to get dangerous out here. Yahushua had to do the same thing when he raised up his friend Lazarus. Was it Lazarus, I think? The Pharisees and Sadducees was they were scared as hell, but they was angry too. You know, they was jealous, but they was fearful because they had power, but they didn't have that kind of power. They just had power over Israel that Rome allowed them to maintain, and they knew that, you know, from what they was hearing about what Yahushua was doing, that if they don't act on him and seek to kill him, that they're gonna lose their power with Rome. So, you know, because of this, Yahushua kind of stood up the highways and byways until it was all right for him to come back out, because they seek to, you know, to destroy him. So, you know, these are the types of things that, you know, false prophets and false teachings, they do. They're jealous and envious, and, you know, they use the law, statutes, and commandments. We know those cats to try to justify them being hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? And that's what is the real deal with a lot of these cats, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is not raising you up in the right way, because you still get rose up in a false way, a pseudo way, you know, that evil's gonna come out of you, that wickedness gonna come out of you, and it's gonna manifest. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the people of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, they're not going to fight against Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and the scriptures. They're going to give you the 100% truth. You know what I mean? And they're going to be in the spirit when they do it. So, you know, this is what I try to model myself after elder apostles on down the Great Millstone. You know what I mean? And, you know, it's not an easy walk. It's real. It's real out there. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, it's serious. These demons are starting to attack, because they know that that time is coming to an end. And when I say demons, I mean these devils. And when I say these devils, I mean these wicked mother flowers, because they know that they have but a short time, so they got to move. And you know, the spirit's on them, man. I know you heard about the Cincinnati, Ohio situation that took place, the altercation. So, you know, the Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is putting in these people's spirits to act out. Therefore, these prophecies come out like they're supposed to. So, you know, it's getting real out here, man. You got to start really paying attention to what's going on, because if you don't, you're going to be in the wrong place. Stop all of that going out and hanging out ish. You know what I'm saying? Ain't especially when there's a whole bunch of Jake. You don't need to be hanging out at night nowhere, and you know what I'm saying? You know, if you don't have a job where you got to go to work and, you know, do what you got to do to take care of you and yours, then you don't need to really be out like that, man. It's just getting dangerous out here, man. I heard about the Detroit, Michigan Walmart stabbing. So a lot of these things are happening, and they're taking place. And Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is also moving. He's moving everything the way he wants it to be. So you just got to be careful. Stay prayed up, man. Let's see. Put a light on real quick so I can see. So I'm gonna give you some scriptures. I'm gonna read them, paraphrase them, and give you a couple of precepts with them. This is Jeremiah 14:14. It reads, Yahweh said, prophets lie in his name. He sent them not. He didn't command or spake with them. They spake false vision and a deceit and did they speak with false vision and deceitful in their hearts. And this is what a lot of you you wacky techie Christians, you pastors, and you church leaders, and you know what I mean, you even you so-called Muslim cats that are out there, and you're going against Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai's word, and you preaching that Allah and you know the Quran, and them people, that's those I'm gonna just say Middle Eastern Ishmaelites, and that's their religion. They don't even like you like that. You know what I mean? But you continue to try to fit in with them. Same for you who practice. Same for you, same Israelites who practice all the other wickedness as far as idolatry with other gods, dealing with the heathen nations like you part of them. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to show you real soon. It's going to be a lot to pay for. You know. Good precepts is Isaiah 30:10 and 1 Thessalonians 2:9. The second scripture I have is Matthew 7:15. And they're roughly paraphrasing. Beware of the false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. And that's all that he is. They give you these lies to entice you, especially Jake women, man. They tell you lies to entice you, to get you to pretty much finance their lifestyle. And it's like, for me, man, I don't understand, like, well, I mean, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua got different spirits on different people, but, you know, I'm very grateful and thankful and blessed that Yahweh Shem Yahushua put the spirit on me that I don't really care. I don't care for this money, and, you know, I got these appliances and things like that in my life, but I don't really care for none of that stuff, man. I'm really tired of this place. I want to get the hell out of here. But I have to endure to the end. So, Lockie, bear me 1 minute. Yeah, so I apologize. So yeah, man, you false teachers, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna deal with you, man. He got you set up to where you're gonna be an example to a lot of people. And this is why the people are gonna be running to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They're gonna be looking for the prophets. They're gonna be looking for the teachers, and they're gonna be nowhere to be found because he's gonna take them right off of the street. And after that, it's a wrap. Because all destruction is going to hit. And that's going to be that. A good precept for, good precepts, I'm going to say, from Matthew 7:15 is Micah 3:5, Acts 20:29, and Romans 16:17. I wrote these down, you know what I mean? I wanted to, not make a mistake, because I'm driving, handling business. So another one is Matthew 24:24, and it reads, For there shall arise, this is Yahweh Shai, there shall arise false Hamashiach and false prophets, and shall show great things and signs and wonders, and so much that it be possible they shall deceive the very elect. But they're not. They're not going to deceive the elect. Because the elect is the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The elect is the house of David. The elect are the chosen. The elect are the special men out of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to be the ones who are going to be the first fruits. They're going to bring back Israel in general. But the elect are special people who is only going to speak the truth, man. That's it. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be, teaching for money, going on platforms to get notoriety. What else they do? pretty much, hustling garments to wear. They're gonna call the names. They're not gonna call the wrong names or make up names, or they're not gonna find arguing points to debate. This is not the work of the true men of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But you're gonna soon see judgments about to hit, man, and these prophecies are coming to pass. A good precept for Matthew 24 is 2 Corinthians 11:4, Isaiah 30:10, and 2 Thessalonians 2:11. And I got one more scripture. There are false prophets among the people, we know that, and false teachers around you who bring damnable heresies, even denying the Yahweh that bringeth them, that bring upon themselves swift destruction. So you got to be careful what you say out your mouth. But the scriptures tell you also, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said, the deceive and the deceivers are his. So, you should be grateful and thankful, if the Lord is dealing with you and the Spirit is on you to preach the scriptures the right way. And the only way you're going to get that, I'm going to be honest with you, is through the men of Great Millstone, from the elder apostles on down. That's the only way you're going to be able to get that. So, if, and believe it or not, Yahweh Shai said, my sheep hear my voice. So if you're listening and you're following, or you're in this truth, and you're listening and following the men of Great Millstone and their true affiliates, then you're on the right path, man. You're on the right path. And I can safely say that for myself, that I, when I started listening to the Israelites, my brothers, I didn't know who was who and what was what in the camps, but something drove me to understand that I have to go with Great Millstone, because Great Millstone had the truth. And once I realized that, I said to myself, okay, well, that's what I want to start following and teaching and walking after. And that's what I did. So that's what it is. Precept is 2 Timothy 4:10, 1 John 4:1. Read those scriptures, study those precepts, and pray that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, put the Spirit on you to continue to learn, as I do, because I'm very grateful and thankful. So with that, Barak, to say you're edified with the lesson, I'm going to say, Kohalo Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKadosh, Shalom, salutations again and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone on down, and Shalom to the elect of Bible Ball. Real soon, man. We're getting close. Shalom.